Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra KiTavoh. We look back at Jewish history and imagine the inspired lives our ancestors lived. This is true more of the generation of Har Sinai in the desert than most other generations. Yet, at the conclusion of this week's Torah portion, we read that this generation lived largely uninspired. The Psukim read, Moshe summoned all the Jewish people and said to them, "You have seen all that God did before your very eyes in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh and to his advisors and to the whole country. The wondrous feats that you saw with your own eyes, those prodigious signs and marvels. Yet, until today, God has not given you a mind to understand, or eyes to see, or eyes to hear." The phrase that Moshe told the Jewish people, that it wasn't until today that the Jewish people didn't understand, is curious. What didn't they understand? In his commentary to this verse, Rashi explained that the Jewish people, listen to this, didn't recognize the kind acts of God and use that understanding to cleave to God. In his commentary to the phrase, "until this day," the Rashbam explained that God was saying that even though the Jewish people had seen great miracles, it wasn't until this day that the Jewish people recognized the miracles they experienced and understood their significance. The Seforno explained what factors held the Jewish people back from understanding all of these miracles that they experienced. He explained that this was true, that even though God strove in his Torah and miracles to create understanding in the Jewish people's hearts, the reason the Jewish people didn't understand was because of the many fights and rebellions against Moshe that they had. It's incredible. Rashi provided some fascinating background about the events that occurred until the events of the day described in our Torah portion. Listen to what Rashi says. Rashi wrote that I heard on this very day that Moshe gave the Torah scroll to the sons of Levi, as the verse says, and he gave it to the Kohanim, the sons of Levi. All of the Jewish people came before Moshe and said to him, "Moshe, our teacher, we also stood at Har Sinai and accepted the Torah, and it was also given to us, the rest of the Jewish people. Why then are you giving the members of your tribe control over the Torah, so that some future day they're going to claim it wasn't given to you, the Torah was only given to us?" Moshe was happy about this. He rejoiced over the Jewish people's objections that only one tribe was receiving the Torah and their desire for the Torah. It was because of this objection that Moshe said to them, "This day you have become a people to God." This meant, it is today that I understand that you cleave to God and desire him. Why was it that the many miracles that the Jewish people witnessed over the preceding 40 years created an understanding of God and a desire to cling to God? The Rambam wrote about the drawbacks of miracles. The Jews did not believe in Moshe, our teacher, because of the wonders that he performed. Whenever anyone's belief, the Rambam wrote, is based on wonders, the commitment of his heart is going to be short. It's going to have shortcomings, because it is possible to perform a wonder through tricks and illusions. You always doubt, was it really a miracle that I saw? We imagine that a generation that lives in a world of open miracles would make belief so much easier. Yet the opposite is true. Our Torah portion teaches us that it is only when we desire knowledge and a relationship with God that we truly recognize the greatness of a relationship with God and lead inspiring lives. Miracles don't inspire, wisdom inspires. Shabbat Shalom.